One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is what it is. Period.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. First of all, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Also, all these program things on the channel will be on the Apple, Google Podcast, and on Spotify. So please make sure to subscribe and listen to the audio of all the shows. um, Go ahead and give you a heads up. My from Mama is doing her hustle, so she won't be back until next weekend. And I think that Lee's we kind of struggle a little bit because of the time zone. So it'll be me, Carmen, and Stacy B today, and everybody's running a little late, but it's all good. I let you guys know I am working behind the scenes, talking to different people. That's why I've been having guests come on here. I won't have any guests today, maybe, but I do that so that you guys can get different perspective. Other cast and shows, y'all know I love doing that type of stuff or whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Miss Carmen, and then as soon as Stacy B comes up, but me and Carmen could do it. You know what I'm saying? Until Stacy comes along. All right, Miss Carmen. Oh, can you hear me, Mama? Wait a minute. Hang on. What is going on? Hold on. Can you hear me? Hang on. What's okay? I can hear something. I can hear you, but I just can't see. Okay, now we got you. Now I see and I hear you. Perfect. How you doing, Mama? Come on,
Excuse
hats.
my
The
excuse
hats
my hat and
hatching.
stuff. I've been working.
But if you don't know Carmen, the one thing you need to know about Carmen is she's a grinder. She grinds 24 hours a day. Period. Y'all need to understand that. She is
Where's
always booked
everybody
and
else
busy. If
at?
she's not, she's figuring out. So Maud is hustling. She's doing her two jobs,
Okay.
trying to get cryptos together. She's the mama thing. I understand that. I was there one time myself. And Stacy's late. She's always late. I think Lee's asleep. She's on different time zones. Sometimes we struggle because she's in Cali. So she's probably
Okay.
asleep. Or, also, she's in DC. She's always out of bounds. So she probably overslept because of last night. So I'm basically being just running late. So me and you gonna just get started with it, period. Okay, so I wanted to once again we are revisiting the same thing again, mama, with the same conversation that we talked about last week about them discussing, the same thing, they're discussing again. I'm like, all right, this is like they're beating the horse here. I'm at least doing the work. I like saying why they come to conversation, but they're doing the work.
You're you're breaking up a little bit. You said they're doing the work.
Come here.
You're breaking up.
Wait a minute. Carmen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hold on. Carmen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello?
Carmen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, she gone, y'all. I'm gonna do a little dance. I want to hear some of the comments. What y'all thought about this? Lord Jesus. I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought when she gets back in here. Let me make sure I'm looking all right. Oh, my glasses. I think I got it. Kamisha. Okay.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Everybody, if you can hear me, guys, type in the chat. Still.
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Kamisha?
Y'all can hear me? Okay, I can't hear.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear Carmen. So I'm gonna let Carmen continue to run the show. Get my. Give me a second. But come back out. I can hear myself, everything, but I cannot see Carmen. So no, my stuff ain't right. So give me a second.
Okay. So let me tell y'all. Okay. First of all, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be real. Why did I fall asleep twice watching the show? For some reason, I was bored. First of all, the Sharice and Zadia part 3 or 4. How many times are we gonna talk about it? And Sharice came out like an angel, like with a halo. I'm like, oh, hold on. You said I don't want to talk about it.
Hold on. I think we got it.
You got it?
Okay, we got it. Yeah. Woo. Okay, like so y'all understand. I have my studio, everything else, but when I visit, and I won't say who house I'm at because my Kool-Aid, my business, they don't have good internet service. So I'm going to fix that because I do a lot of stuff over here on the weekends or screwing my stuff up. So this is not mine, by the way. Thank you, Carmen. Carmen very professional. So I knew when I dipped out, I knew she was going to take it. I saw the comments. She was engaging with you guys. Carmen's everything. Praise God. I'm back. Okay. What did you say, Mama? So I can jump in where you were at. I'm gonna jump in where you were.
Okay, I kept it 100. I said, y'all, why did I fall asleep twice and had to rewind to watch this?
Girl, no.
I was like, oh, shucks, rewind. I was like, okay. And then I went into part 3 of the saga or 4 of Sharice and Zadia. I mean, how many times are we gonna talk about it? And I said, Sharice came out like an angel with a halo, like, hello, Zadia. I'd like to conversate with you about, I'm like, ma'am, who are you today? Because she had said, I don't want to talk about this. We don't have to be friends. And all of a sudden, Sharita came out. Not Sharice. Sharita came out. And I'm like, and then I felt like they was good. And then Zadia was like, but I'm like, here we go.
Right. It was never. It's a continuous cycle that I feel like. Well, I don't know. It just never will end. I just said it's whatever, child. So did you talk about Ashley? She was very emotional, mind you.
Listen, I really like Ashley. Okay, first of all, I really like her, but I feel like she puts herself in that homeboy role, and I know a lot of men and a lot of clients, and it's a lot of joke, and then it's like. Then a serious question, then joke, and then serious question. And at one time she was dating, I don't know who the guy was. Well, first of all, okay, let me just tell you guys this. I feel like the producers set them up on this episode. Well, I say this, it's part set up and part that they was feeling themselves. I feel like Ashley and Vermisha, I feel like when I like to have the power statement and I'm not one to waste my time, I didn't like those comments because it's kind of downplaying the men and saying I have the control, you can leave or stay. And to me, the women don't like it when it's done to them, so why would we go do it to them? My opinion.
Okay. For me, I want to. First of all, can you hear me? I want to say as far as the whole thing with the Sharice thing. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to say that production is dragging this while they continue to have the conversation. In real life, Carmen, you were in that position, you were on a show Would you have this same conversation 3 times? So I'm trying to figure out, is production pushing it or the girls pushing this?
No, production is.
Okay.
Production.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Wow. How is that a sell? Looking at it from production to a fan or money making, how is this? It's not drama to me. You know, I get if I'm a producer and I get it. I do 100%. But I just didn't understand that storyline. It makes sense to me.
I think.
What do you think?
If they wanted drama, they should have had drama. Now, I feel like it feels like when one person falls on the sword, the other person want to have a little, okay, while you're on the sword, I want to dig in and say one last word. And because when Zadia was coming at Sharice was like, okay, whatever, I don't like you, da-da-da-da. Okay, and then Zadia came to her a second time, and it still ended bad. Then when Sharice finally comes to Zadia, she accepts it, but then she kind of says a little dig too. So I'm like, why couldn't we just walked away pleasantly? I feel like there were little digs going on, and I feel like it's a power struggle with both of them. It's like, I want to say sorry, but I want you to know before I leave, I'm the main B here. That's what I feel like.
Okay. So the beginning part of the Donald I wanted to talk, Donald got sad for, and I want to say this. When we talked about Donald last time, the whole phone call, and we got to all get down, like, you know, he had the message for iPhone, da. But watching Donald, I sincerely think he being honest that I'll do whatever you want. I'm feeling you for real. But at the same coin, when Ashley's saying stuff like, I don't want to repeat the same mistake I've done in my past, I felt that. So I was in the middle with that. I didn't want to say Ashley's right or Donald right. Looking at it, I wish they would have gave it another opportunity. What do you think?
I think so too. And I think Ashley's a beautiful girl, and I'm tired of her messing up her makeup. Okay. Ma'am, we need to learn how to cry, where to make, like, catch a tear, have a little tissue. You know what's about to come. Catch it here. It's all down her face. She's a beautiful girl. This is supposed to be an amazing moment for her. You have to, in order to grow, you have to forget the past. You learn from the past. You see the signs, but what he did was not a sign. It was a miscommunication. You just met the man. And then I'm upset that the host, she's supposed to be a therapist or expert. Why isn't she giving more like, you know, educational advice or something to be like, okay, ma'am, get out your way. This is not, it's almost like I'm just the big sister of the house and I'm just going to come and give you a hug. She should be like, okay, you came here to forget the past and meet the new. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Every situation you get in, he could be a con artist, he could be the love of your life. You just don't know. It's a risk every time.
Understand.
And
I agree.
She keeps bringing up the past from losing her father, from how old dude treated her, how men have treated her. So really, she's not living in the future or the present. She's living in the past. So she needs to heal from that before, you know, she can go forward. And I think Donald was a nice guy. I feel bad for him. Somebody gonna scoop him up.
I think that Donald was a very nice guy, very attractive, very handsome. And it was really, to me, his response to her is what got me, Carmen. It's just the way he responded to her, like, I'm not fake, I'm just trying to stay on the show. You know how I really love the last few votes you perpetrate and just staying. I felt like him, he was sincere. Okay, I messed up. I got you. He said, he'll say all the right things. He said the things to me where it's like, I really want an opportunity with you because I feel like I'm starting to some deeper feelings for you. And like I said, at the same time, I get what she's saying, but I wish she would open it up. And I love how you brought the attention about Tamika. Tamika, I get what you're saying. Instead of just being like, girl, what happened last night? You want somebody to be there to say, okay, I get that. But why not give Donald another opportunity? You said you don't make a mistake in your past, but I think you haven't given Donald an opportunity to really see if this was a pattern of not calling you or was it a one-time thing. I think you should have given him another opportunity to date a few times to see if it is what it is. Now, Haitian Empress, hey, Haitian, she's one of my I call her like my troll queen in the trap. Like she will say whatever. But she said Donald lost his rent money and that's it. I don't know where you got that from, Haitian. What are you talking about? I love
But you know
Donald.
what? I think Donald might come back on because she didn't pick this other dude and she on him like white on
Yes,
rice. I
ma'am.
mean,
Yes, ma'am. She
I'm
is.
like, okay, you need an Ambien. Go take a nap, honey. Come back with a new attitude. And I love Ashley, but it was just like, okay, what's going on?
She was even talking about him as she was going to another date. And I'm like, you're talking about him still. You still feel him or whatever. I don't know. So I think Venetia was the next day. She went out with the sports influencer Gary. I feel like Gary was more Venetia's speed, in my opinion, with the ambition, the money, all these things. But she really does like Jabari. I just feel like that's the dude that she wants to be with. But I feel like Gary is the kind of dude that would be more for speed. Did you feel that? Hey,
I
Peter
did.
Brown.
I did.
Hey,
So
girl.
you did feel like Gary was
I
more of her
did.
speed.
Yes, I did. But I mean, I like both of them. I love that she's calm, about it, and she's just very chill. I like her demeanor on that. She's a good poker player. I don't know who she really, really like because she's just kind of neutral across the board.
Okay. Miss Stacy B. We first was talking about Mr. Donald, a friend to the show, how I said I was sad. I felt like I wish she would have given him another opportunity. This is my opinion. Carmen kind of was like similar, saying that she didn't feel like there was. I don't want to speak for her, saying that she didn't feel that the red flags that Ashley was pretty much saying were red flags. How did you feel about the Donald situation, Stacey? Hey,
Well,
Erica.
hey, girl. I was listening on my phone,
Okay.
and I think Carmen's right. Like, that wasn't enough to tell him goodbye. And in the moment when you brought his attention to something, he seemed really sincere in that he was like, oh, well, now I know. Like, I didn't know that, you would have preferred a call and I was supposed to call you. I can understand Ashley with having her lines in the sand and trying to stick with like where she's trying to grow. I think she's beautiful. I'm really rooting for her, but I think that she is kind of still reverting back to the old things because like when things get uncomfortable, she tuck and run. And I think that some things are worth having a conversation about, like a meaningful conversation.
Haitian Empress asking us, saying, how many times do you think Donald called Ashley once he was eliminated since he liked it her so much? I think it's a possibility that he did call her after the fact. I really feel like Donald sincerely liked her. I don't know how many times, but I do think that if she's still single after the fact, I think he probably did. What do you think, Carmen?
I think it's two things. I think what we don't know is they filmed this probably in 30 days. So it is no in between. So that might have been the next day. And it wasn't enough for her to like woosah and come back. Number two, I think the producers are pushing them. You have to eliminate someone. You have to do this. You have to do that. And it's a lot of pressure for them where I would have been like, I'm not doing it. Some people don't feel like saying, no, I'm not doing it. I've said, no, I'm not doing it plenty of times to producers. Because, if I'm not sure. But
Right.
it has to be a push because that was where the drama comes in. Like, oh my God. I think Donald may come back later.
Carmen's making a good point. Go ahead, Stacey.
You know what I'm getting? I feel like with Ashley and what I saw with Zadia, I mean, we can see Bernicia and Sharice like being a little more tolerant, like trying to work through things. But with Ashley and Zadia, it just seems like they're on like they want 100% it to work for them, and they're not doing any work. Like we saw, like right now, Ashley is just ready to cut off for anything instead of actually processing like what's the reasoning. Oh, we had a miscommunication. That happens in relationships, and you can't just be like, you know, it can't mess up your entire vibe just because you have a failure to communicate sometimes. And then like even on Zadia's date, she's pushing the man, pass me this, pass me that, pass me this. And I thought that was very rude. So I just feel like you have, like, I guess the women are in a peculiar position because I know on Ready to Love, like we're fighting, you know, like we're scraping, and it almost seems like, you know, it's a man-centered show. And then on this hand, it's almost like the ladies are just tired and like, okay, just whatever, just come to me.
And that's not reality. That's not reality. And that's not okay, because when the men do it, we don't like it. The women don't like it. So why would you do what you don't like being done to you? They're still human beings, you know. And I did notice the give me that, give me that, give me that. But I guess it was out of her reach. I would have did some flirtation and went around and been like, ooh, let me go get this. Sorry, I'm all up on you. I would have did something like that.
Leaned all up on, I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, I would have did something like that. But I was saying earlier, I think that the producers are pushing them like, you're in charge. You let them know who is the who's going to choose. You let them know that they are, you know, you can eliminate them at any time. And if they're whispering that in their ears, they're responding in a more of a little bit aggressive way. I think Zadi and Ashley are on a sprint, and Charisse and Vermisha are doing a long, a long run, like a 1 mile run, and they're doing a 50-yard dash or something. It's a different way of how they're doing it.
Well, welcome Jabari. He's in the chat. He said the problem is women control sex, not dating. Men control dating. Wait, that's a really strong statement. You said women control sex. Why wouldn't we control both? Because I think that if anything, how do you say we control? Now, bless you. Because to me, at the end of the day, it still takes two people. I'm not going to assume that just because I want it, he wants it as well. I really don't agree with that. How do you feel about that statement, Stacey?
Jabari, sit down somewhere. I thought we established this last week. Don't be saying that foolishness. Like that's just a very not true statement. If anything, I would say women control dating more, because you ain't going nowhere with a woman unless she agrees. I mean, we don't see these dumb lists of where men can't take women, and then it was a man comeback. So I just don't think that. I think it's the other way around, maybe.
I don't like that Jabari said that. However, I find some truth to it. What he's saying is that a woman decides if she wants to have sex with a man when she first meet him. Basically, a man probably already would have sex with her if he can get it. When it comes to dating, if a man says I'm not dating you, and the woman still comes back and is like, well, let's try it again, he has the ultimate control.
Okay, so Jabari says in the chat, because if a man doesn't choose you, it won't work. Well, yes, King, but obviously.
Men have sex with women that they don't choose all the time.
True. Come on, Stacey. Now you know that. They not only have sex with them, marry them, take care of them for 20-some years, and don't even like them. Come on now.
You can't stand them, and you still, having sex with them. So that's not true. That's why I disagree.
Now look, y'all remember we all saw The Color Purple with that whole thing with Mr. Look, y'all might lie about that. There are women who are with men who they don't want to be with, unfortunately. So I don't know why he's
he just peed.
Woo, that whole scene messed me up as a child. I'm telling you. I was like, oh God. I'm sorry. So Mabel in the chat says wrong concept. They try to do like love experiment, but the ladies on the show really on the lower caliber. I don't agree with that. I think the women on this, no, I don't agree with that. Ready to Love cast members, regardless of the ones I do not like, the caliber is very high. They get black women who are independent or not independent or very astute individuals who got it going on. I'm so sorry. We're not going to do that here. Right. No, period.
Hold up. But Jabari just said, but we're not dating anybody we don't want. But that's that's also true for women. Like his statement was something that's true for both men and women. He should have just said generally saying, because women, you got that segment of women who just want to be some chose ass women who what is it? I'd rather have a piece of man than no man at all. There's some women that just want this side of the bed warm, so they will just date
Not
anybody.
the.
Just for the sake of not being alone. Like stop acting like women do not have choices and that
Wait a minute.
docile beings.
Stacey said they just want a happy meal and a warm blanket.
I mean,
Oh, no. It's not a lot, girl. It's not. Okay, look, we're from Louisiana, so we know that some women will take a hot pickle from the corner store and a popsicle and a happy man to get their nails done and be happy. No shade. I mean, this is the country. In Texas, same thing. And I know Carmen, even DC. I know she know women that will take the minimal things that you would think is like, well, that's enough, and it'd be whatever. So I do understand that statement. But I want to respond to her. Wait, hey, you there? You said, wait, you okay? You said you do all the time, and then you said, so you saying all of y'all are trash. I need you to expound on what you're saying before I respond to that. So,
I think she's speaking to Jabari.
oh, Jabari, okay, okay. I need to understand what she was saying. Okay, so Jabari said we're not dating anybody we don't want. So I want to respond to that by saying that I think that everybody should date, obviously, who they want to date. But I just don't understand about the control thing. There should be no control on either side as far as sex or dating or whatever. It should be a joint thing, in my opinion, not like, oh, she's holding back sex or oh, he's not paying for this or whatever the circumstances. That's the problem, I feel like. Carmen, how do you feel?
I feel like it goes both ways. I do feel like there's less men, so they do have sometimes the upper hand. And I do think anybody, but women can get tired. They have everything else going on and they want companionship. And sometimes they will, in their mind, make it okay to date someone that they really know isn't going anywhere with the hope and dream that if I change this, I change that. But at a certain age, it's really hard to change anyone, man or woman. But they have that hope and dream, and it's like at least I have somebody in cuffing season to watch Netflix with, because I don't want to be alone.
Well, you being real about that?
And you know what? That is like one of the like right now. Like I made one comment on like some random person, not random, a person that I know. He's damn near like Trump. You know how you have these men now that's on the soapboxes trying to replace Kevin Samuels' spot. And so I made one comment. The comment might have been like, that's like what the man said. So first of all, he was stating that he had a preference. He didn't want to date single moms, right? So then he expounded on it and said, if you date a single mom, then you're a loser and you couldn't do better. Okay, so then when he elaborated more, he went on to state that even if his mother would have gotten with a guy, the guy would have been wrong because his mother, like, he would be a loser for choosing his mom, and that single men who choose women with kids are basically don't have any options and they're just like trash.
Wow.
So like he went on to say like, he objectified children in a way like, why would I take care of other people's kids, all this stuff, which is so ignorant to me because you come with the presumption that the children's fathers aren't involved or ain't, you know what. So all I said was, that sounds dumb as hell. It's like, just on me saying that, do y'all know how many men has attacked me behind that? Like it's over 300. And then there's even some that went to my my Instagram page and was like, you're a single mom. You're triggered because nobody would want you. Like they.
Oh wow.
Here's the thing. I am in a place in my life where I have a choice. Do I want to just keep the right side of my bed warm, or do I actually want someone that'll fill my cup and let it overflow? See, the thing about as women is we know how to navigate through options. Like, I just can't subscribe to this whole mindset that women don't have options or women are single because no one's interested in them or they're the bottom of the barrel. That's so dumb to me. There's a lot of Black women. So for a couple years ago in the last census, it was like for every 100 black women, there's 88 Black men. Cool. The difference, that's 12%, 10% of Black women engage in interracial relationships. So we already got that off the board. So even though we outnumber them, we do have people who are in like same-sex relationships, whatever. We still have choices. Just because we're single doesn't mean we're desperate. Just because I'm a single mom doesn't mean there's not a guy that will want to be involved with me. Are they crazy? Do they know what my DMs look like? That is crazy to me. And I just
that's why they have MILFs.
I think it's unfortunate, like, that this conversation of like women don't have any choices. Women, if the man has to choose them. Well, guess what? A lot of women choose their lives because they'd rather not deal with some BS that they got to heal from. If you healed, live in your healness or whatever you call it.
I agree.
Live in your glory, girl, because that's some bull.
I want to go to the other part of the show where I guess Zadia went out with Romaine. They brought him back from the dead, apparently. That man had 17 cats. I thought it was a joke. So I don't know how y'all feel about the cat thing. I'm not a big animal person anyway, but I'm not going to lie. That would be a deal breaker for me. Like, I can't come over to your crib. You got 17 cats. I don't know what. They're everywhere. Like, I'm going to step on it. I just, that will turn off to me. I wouldn't have to hear anything else.
Does he have IG? Because I need evidence. I think he's lying.
I'm trying to find his IG. His name that's the one, Ramon or whatever. I need to find that. Because I thought he was joking. I swear I thought it was a joke. I was like, no, he's being serious. I said 17?
He clarified it. He said that basically he just put food out because like 3 cats came in his yard one day. So he put food out. And so now they just come stop by his house to eat. And it's up to 17 that pass through. Like stray cats just coming through your yard. That's what he was talking about.
Also, there's a problem that if he has counted them and sat out there, there's a problem right there. Okay, because who got time to be watching the cat food? Oh, that's 10. Here's 11. I mean, unless they coming in like a herd, there's no way that he has 17 cats coming to his house. And why is he watching them? That's a problem.
I'm sorry, because that is, I ain't gonna lie, that is. That's an issue for me too. It is. I'm sorry. So anyway, 17 cats that day, So Ashley went out with Justin. Now, I have to admit, I like Justin. I liked the vibe that they had. I want to see her continue with Justin. Now, after the date, we didn't really hear much, but I felt like Justin was really he's competition. What do y'all think about Justin?
I like Justin. I think he was cool. He was down to earth. Obviously, he had good teeth and his breath smelled good from Ashley. But I think he was a good fit for her. I think he would be a good fit for any of them, really.
Because he's competing with, I think his name is Kirsten, and he's the one that said he spent his birthday with his pops. I was like, okay, I like that as well. He asked for her phone number at the end. Stacey, what you think about Keith?
I like Justin. If y'all notice,
Keith. I'm sorry, G. Sorry. Go ahead.
Did y'all notice how well manicured his fingernails were?
Very nice.
I love when men have like clean nails, and you can tell he takes pride in himself. Like his hair was perfectly groomed.
Mm-hmm. I'm
with you, Carmen. He'd be a good match for anybody. I would like to see him on another date with somebody.
With her. Well, he likes Ashley, but yeah, I would. I mean, I think it's fair. But even though she has an issue with it, obviously, we'll get into that. How they got into it. But anyway, we'll get to her. We'll get to Ashley. Huh?
I just hate the first dates. Like they should be mandatory to go on 2 dates with the new people there.
I agree.
Because the first time you meet somebody, you just geeked up.
Mm-hmm. And you're nervous and it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, so obviously he's gonna like her. But how you gonna act when he meets some other people and then come back?
I like that, Stacey. You and Carmen. I told you y'all should have been either friends of the show, producers, or something. They really. I'm gonna do my no. I'm gonna do my rant about that at the end. But I also want to talk about this. Mr. Keith. They didn't say much about Keith, but I was like, oh, I like some Keith. You know, he's from there. He has his own shop. Sharice, I felt like he had a lot of things. I felt like Sharice was looking for. Carmen, what'd you think? Because I feel like Maurice is just not it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maurice need to go on somewhere. I did like him. I think they're a good fit. They had good conversation. He was very polite, and I like how Sharice's demeanor was on this date.
Me too. It seemed like she lightened up. She was, engaging in the conversation, seemed to be enjoying herself. Now, there's one thing I said I want to try. I want to try that oxygen thing that they were doing. I was like, and this is off topic, but I've never done it before, and I was like, I really want to try that. It's in New Orleans. Have you tried it before, Stacey?
No, I didn't. I haven't tried an oxygen bar.
I did it in Vegas. It's cool.
What does it make you feel like?
Like just a little like high or on a different level. I would only do it once though.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, anyway, Keith was fine. I thought that was a good fit. I hope they do match up again or whatever. But I want to go ahead and get into Ashley and Kirsten's date, which was kind of a disaster. Ashley will say whatever to her to whoever it is. I ain't got a problem with that because I have that type of personality. But she was talking to Kirsten and saying a few things, and he was getting kind of irritated because she was bringing up Zadia. Now, people had different opinion about this. Like they were saying, why was she bringing up another person up to the date, all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know. She just wanted to ask these questions to see how he felt about it because I guess when they get home, the girls talk amongst each other like, girl, my date was like this and he said this and that. So they compare notes. And so she's just like saying this is what he was, but he didn't want to hear it. Stacey, I was curious to know was she wrong? How did you feel about that?
I didn't like it because like I'm gonna waste my time talking about some other woman when I can be scoring points for myself. And I think it's a red flag to a man if you come off seeming like you're kind of like jealous. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
I mean, I can be a man, but that if a guy seemed jealous to me, like how Jabbar was acting at the end, I would have a problem too.
Carmen, what'd you think about it?
I've been in that position. I think she took it a little too far. I think when I was on my show, I asked about Takia. The only reason I asked about Takia is because offline, Paul had said I'm not into her. But Takia, when we were in the room with Tommy, she was like, everything, oh, he's nice. And I'm like, okay, somebody lying. So that's why I asked. But then after that, it was like, well, I said something smart. Well, it's like, let the best woman win. I'll be the winner. I said something smart and I kept it moving. I think when she kept talking about it, it was almost like an insecurity of her own, like pick me. I want to know I'm picked. And instead of being in the moment, in the present time, she kept talking about that and it was agitating. And so I can understand where he'd be like, let's just talk about us, let our bond be so great that I won't even think of another woman. And instead, it was like an attitude. And the problem in this situation is like where we weren't ready to love. If a man felt that, he could be like, I don't want to go on no more dates with her. He would have to like totally say to the producers, I don't want to date her no more. And that's not how the show is. It's like you got to date and you don't have a choice to really walk away. At least is what I see. The men can't really walk away. I haven't seen anybody look like they wanted to walk away.
First of all, I see there are 51 people watching, and I see we have about 17 likes. So the math is not mathing. I need everybody in the comments enjoying this show. Please get the likes up. I agree with both of you ladies about what you guys are saying about it. I do think it was in poor taste to talk about it, but at the same time, I kind of get, how you guys, we've always said this, like speed dating, ready to love. So in that small window of time, she felt like maybe that was her opportunity to ask about it. But I felt like Kirsten, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry, King. that he was very irritated with her bringing her up because in his confessions, he spoke very highly of Ashley and spoke very like it's okay with Zadia. So to me, I think she was shooting herself in the foot without realizing that he already liked her more. All she had to do would be herself and continue to do what she was doing. I think when she started doing the talking about Zadia, it was a turn off for him. That's my opinion about that.
And
Go ahead,
then
Stacey.
and then if you notice, it was already uncomfortable in the restaurant. It did y'all see how much he was sweating? How the sweat was dripping.
Oh Lord, let me see that.
So like you take in, you take into account the fact that you hot, you sweaty, you dripping, you drinking Sazerac, you're here. I mean, by the way, y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, that's the official drink of New Orleans, the Sazerac.
Mm-hmm,
Not
mm-hmm.
anything of it. You gotta it's the licorice taste for me. But not like the Twizzler licorice, but the black licorice taste.
It's nasty.
Oh
I
no.
don't care for it, but some people love it. But I mean, you drinking this liquor, the sweat's rolling, and somebody is talking about somebody else that's not here in front of them.
It's not a good look. It's not. Guys, also too, Stacey is streaming this on her YouTube channel. So if you guys, I can see her typing in where it's doing on both sides. Demita is, I can't talk today. Demita is showing Karma's IG and sharing it. She's also sharing Stacey B's YouTube, trying to get her subscription up. She's gonna start posting content. So guys, please make sure you guys support both the queens I have up here. Also, make sure you guys go and follow all my podcasts on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon Music, and all podcast reviews is located. I also wanted to talk about the whole Cam and Zadia date. I mean, it was a small date, but we obviously know that Cam and Zadia really feel each other. That's very obvious. You can tell that that's who she wants, right? Carmen is very organic. Maybe that's why they spend too much time on it. You feel the same way, Stacey? They're going to be a couple to really. I think they're a long term. I feel like Cam and Zadia.
They long term because they know everybody each other already. I mean, that's just my theory. I don't know either person.
Well, even if they, I think that everybody talked about it as far as she knew him briefly.
He's very comfortable. He's very like the vibe he's given is this my shit.
So the final date I wanted to get into, the final two, is Mr. Maurice. So Maurice, the rain happened. Somebody put in the chat, Maurice was so glad it rained so he could eat. Baby, I want to tell you, Maurice liked to eat. She said it was literally a small, maybe a 3-minute moment where you just saw him literally chowing down and saying, and just eating. It's almost like, are you going on these days to eat New Orleans food? I'm just not understanding the situation. He really, and I love eating myself. I have no problem with that, but this is a date. She's still doing more engaging than he is. I just feel like the whole Maurice thing the ship has sailed. I don't understand. Stacey, how you feel about it?
What I told y'all last week. Don't bring that man to no food if you want him to talk to you. Maurice is not too much trying to enjoy the doggone food. And then did you catch it when she was like, well, I love how you're eating my plate.
Oh. Wait a minute. I didn't even see that. Are you, girl, what?
Food.
Wow.
I don't see how they even picked him. I honestly don't know whoever picked him. And why does she even keep going on the dates with him? Like, come on, girl.
She should have picked anywhere else. She know he ain't about to talk if there's food in front of her. And him.
I'm sorry.
He's sitting there, she having a whole conversation and he's tasting every note of whatever season is in the food. And then he said, you letting your food get cold. She was like, I mean, my stomach can't handle spice like that. He was like, oh, I can. Then he took another bite. I said, damn, Maurice, he's like, all the food up. He literally was eating off of her plate and was just like, like he's letting it rest. Like, I swear he got to be a chef on the slick. Like, maybe he owns a food truck or something because you can, like, he's tasting every little
every morsel. He into it. Not that he eat off a plate. I still can't believe play.
I told y'all, don't take. Listen, do not have Bella cheating Sharice out of a date if y'all bring this man around some food.
Well, you know the food free. That's why he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. But he
Come on, God.
he could have at least fed her too. He could have, been.
I know, being cute.
Yeah.
She was talking to him. Hold up. If I had my food, she was talking to him, and he just over here. and then 2 seconds later, he was like, "Yeah."
I mean, even though, like I say, for me, when you go on a date, they used to have this thing where if you go on a date, you eat light because you want to have conversation. You don't get the really heavy food, but I mean, you want to eat at the same time, but you also want to have those conversations. So, girl, I don't know. I just think Maurice is a lost cause. I think Maurice was having a good time, enjoying that New Orleans food, and I just think that they do have Jabari. I know they have some good food, but baby, he should have got something light, baby, because he was eating the food and eating her food. Had he not ate that day, for you to eat half her plate as well?
I mean,
I'm trying to understand.
But if he was that hungry, how was he gonna go and play tennis?
Mabel says she is not seductive enough for him. That's what it is. She should have fed him or something. I don't agree with that because if you read the room, it wasn't it didn't give a seductive. I think it was the third date, and it was supposed to be an active date, and they got rained on, so they just switched it up last minute and went to eat. I don't know. It didn't give me intimate enough to feed him. She wants him to talk to her. So if she can't have engaging conversation, why would she feed him?
They need to have the ad lib on the back, like, you gonna eat your cornbread. That's what they do every damn thing.
Baby, well, I just want to see Maurice playing tennis.
Why? Stacey, why?
He would have been out of breath because the baby was hungry. He hungry. He wouldn't have made it two swings, baby, because he wanted to go somewhere and eat.
Stacey, I said early on when we first got on the show, I said I almost fell asleep twice. I did fall asleep once.
She did say that she fell asleep twice.
Watching this episode, I'm like,
it was dry. It was pretty dry. That's why they had to bring out that Sharice and Zadia drama because the whole thing was pretty dry, and then it ended the same way it ended.
Girl.
With Ashley decision. I mean, like, Jennifer was getting into it.
Yes. And we wanted to see, actually, people want to see the end of it because, like, for me, I wanted to know if she was going to choose Maurice or Keith. I really want to see that. I didn't want to see another cliffhanger again. I'm like, y'all have enough time to get that all in that episode. Why are we doing that? It's not like it was so. Okay. I don't know. I don't get it.
And I want to say, if somebody actually moves, I want to see the moving truck come up to their house and everything, because I don't think nobody gonna move. And then what's the purpose of a new joint next
period
season? Right? Ain't nobody moving. And if they do, I want evidence.
They need to have the thing about making a move to a new man was a better idea of saying than saying making a move to another state. Like if you're saying you have a blind date come in, you gotta make a decision, make a move. Okay, but moving to another state and it specifically to be in New Orleans was a bad idea. And I would like to know who came up with that. So please, they need to be fired. I think that's ridiculous. I don't get it. Who's gonna do all this in one place?
I'm not gonna cry at the end. I wonder who.
Who gonna cry in the car? Not like on Friday. No. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Friday. Let me start acting silly. So I'm gonna cry at the end. Oh Lord,
we already know it's gonna be Ashley.
I love Miss Ashley, but Lord, you know she gonna cry at the end. Jesus, oh Lord, she can't help it. She's talked about this for like extensively on her Instagram channel that she's just an emotional and an animated person, and she talks for her hands. And I think we all collectively said nothing is wrong with that, but they literally are dragging her for being herself. I don't like that. Not gonna lie, I don't. She should be allowed to be out. She should be allowed to be that. She's emotional. She said it. You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? Because she talks with her hands.
The good, if you want to put a good spin on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always depict Black women as emotional, psycho, put tires on flats, bust out windows. And at least in this case, you see that she's like love emotional. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate them showing that there are like soft Black women who cry and are, I guess, like hopeless romantics.
Wait a minute. Haitian Empress, say it again. Maurice gives out strong all night missionary vibes, screaming, "Who legislates?" I am so done with you, Haitian.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even read it. Stop it. Like, not left, right, up, down. Military style. I'm sorry. Maurice, I'm so sorry. Jesus, might be listening in the chat.
You know what? Yeah, y'all remember what was his name on Wayne to Exhale when Whitney was like, girl.
Who y'all call me with?
When I read that, that's where my mind went Haitian. Girl.
Oh, Stacey.
Remember he went and used her toothbrush. She said, "Is
Yeah.
that a toothbrush?" And when she kept eating, she reached like,
oh, not my recent. Oh my God, Stacey. Wait, not he the one with the orange that was throwing. Remember what's his name?
Oh, the oranges. Yes.
the leather band in the summertime.
I can't stay. That's one of my favorite scenes. He thought she was gonna come downstairs. That shit was so funny. Woo! Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all know we go off. What's up, Kane? Another cliffhanger with Ashley, and we didn't see if Sharice kept Maurice Productions a mess. It is. I really want to see if she chose Keith, because I do think that Keith is somebody I really can see Sharice getting down with. It just seemed like he had everything together. I love his smile. I love that beard, the chocolate skin. I just thought they would mesh very well. I just think Maurice wants to eat and enjoy himself, enjoy New Orleans food. So, woo. I think that's everyone. But Vernisha. Vernisha's date, the last date was, who she go out with? Whoever she went out with, she ended up choosing Jabari.
Jabari.
She chose Jabari, but she had a date with somebody in the beginning. I think it was Gary. We all had said that we thought that Gary was more of what she liked, but she chose Jabari anyway, because I think Jabari is, I don't know, somebody that she used to date kind of like in her past. So I don't know which one that is. It's kind of hard. They say they want to repeat they'll say don't repeat the same mistakes, but if you like who you like, that's just to me very, very difficult. So I think Bernicia and Jabari have an organic connection. I said that before. So I'd like to see where this goes. I thought her and Gary was cute, but I just didn't see the organic connection like I saw with her and Jabari. What did y'all think?
I don't think nobody is like, oh my God, I love them together so much. Nobody is like where we've seen people that it's just their chemistry is undeniable. I haven't seen that yet.
Stacey, you feel the same way?
You talking about Vernisha and Jabari?
Well, just like what Carmen said, period. No one's jumping out to her as far as couples. No one's like saying, "Ooh, I think that," like we did when we saw Joy and Clifton. We was like, "Oh my God," or we saw Simone and all the whatever. You know what I'm saying? No one is like, they say they can't say, "Oh my God," about that. That's the only couple I see like that. But how about you?
Well, see, I just feel like, again, Bernicia is playing it safe and she's not challenging herself. Like, I would have been the one to cut everybody off on this one. You gotta go and you gotta go. Let's see who else you got for me.
I like that.
Just because, I think it's cute that they have a gatekeeper, like somebody who you really vibe with while they're throwing all these extras at you.
Right, me too.
I like that concept. But I also feel like she's leaning too heavy on the safety of her gatekeeper. And I can appreciate the fact that she did get around to saying it, like, I'm going to be true to myself this time. I'm going to keep my options open. You keep your options open. Whatever.
And if I had seen somebody at somebody else's table, I would have leaned over and been like, "I'm gonna date you next." They don't know, but I'm gonna let them know I'm coming over there.
Baby, it couldn't have been me, Carmen, because I'd be looking at little Cameron. I'd be looking at everybody sideways.
Yeah, I would have been like, y'all just met one time. He's still free.
And y'all know I'm a little puma. I be on the proud brown. Like, play with it. Oh, you okay? 35. What's up?
Woo, not play with it. But no, real talk. I think that they all should keep their options open. Ain't nobody married on here. There's not a ring on anyone's finger. I don't think anything is wrong with keeping your options open and dating. I think I love the concept of like what Stacey just said. You have that gatekeeper guy that's there, but then you're also dating, other guys to see. And it may be a point where you get. I like what you said too. I would have that point if I don't like anybody. Everybody's gone. Who do you have next? Because
Right.
I'm really looking for love here. I want some variety. I want to go outside my box and see if it made me tingle. I'm just being honest.
And then do a callback. Okay, well, is there anybody you get one opportunity to bring somebody back? Who is it? Otherwise, just repeating that same mistake. And I think that's why Ashley is so, it's so torn with it, and why she's so quick to cut people off, because you're not sure if what's happening is something that caused you trauma or something you just got to work through. And I think because she's like operating in, okay, I'm not just gonna take anything. I need to think about me. She's just cutting everybody off. But honestly, I ain't mad at it. I
Well,
think
Carmen,
she
I'm sorry.
and start all over.
Carmen, I'm sorry. Demeter and Carmen both feel like that Donald will come back. What do you think, Stacey?
Donald is the one with the hair.
He came here before.
Guy that she was like she
let him go
with the ball
apologetic Donald.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I liked him, but I mean, keep it moving.
Oh,
I don't like. I'm not happy with none of them, honestly.
I mean, because I don't know, keep it moving. Because if she wasn't moved to save him then, and he been riding for her, then go to the next, on to the next.
I don't feel like there's no flirtation. Do y'all see some flirtation, or was it when I was asleep? Because I don't see no touch or no flirtation other than a hug. That's not really flirtation. That's just a hug.
Right.
There's no hand, like holding a hand. Well, I think that was a weird when they was holding hands but looking straight up.
Yes, they were holding hands, and in the beginning I thought, Carmen, you good eye. I caught the hand. I'm sorry, baby. I caught the hand here, but I thought it was weird to pan up. Go ahead, Stacey.
But you remember she was holding the tall guy's hand when they were walking to the date.
Kirsten, is it Kirsten, or I say his name wrong? I'm so sorry, baby.
Kirsten.
It's Kirsten. Okay.
They were holding hands as they were walking to the date as well.
Yeah, but there's no flirtation. There's no nothing to make me be like, "Ooh, okay." There's nothing going on like that.
No, there's not a whole. I do want to see some flirtation. I do feel like Zadia and Cam flirt a little bit.
That's because they was in the car.
They were talking all night.
I can't with y'all. Oh, Jesus, not the don't lock gate. Oh, Lord. Let's talk about the mess they showed at the very end. First of all, our very own Dr. Camille will be on next week, and hopefully she'll come on here on the show, on the panel. But I just want to say one thing. Y'all know how I feel about this person. I don't say her name. So it's going to be a struggle for me to get to the next episode. I'm not sure why, of all the people in the world you could have asked to come back from Ready to Love, you chose to bring back Ism. I'm confused. You could have picked any queen from any of the seasons. Our very own Stacey B, who's from New Orleans. Carmen, who maybe she could have been a friend who could have came on. You please bring somebody who was recent. Don't nobody know who this person even is.
What she do wrong?
Huh?
What did she do wrong? I don't know her. I know her, but she was dating, was it Jason or somebody?
She was dating Jason, and I did a story on them and she didn't like it. I don't give a damn. I don't like her. I'm sorry. It's one of the Catherine Ready to Love. I am a big Ready to Love fan. They know that. I have all my family Ready to Love. She's the only one that ain't a part of it, including the key. I'm sorry, those two. And I don't give a damn. Both of them are going to stay in that box, period. I don't give a shit who don't like it, period. I know you're confused. You should be on here long enough to know how long it is. You said she blocked me. I blocked. I dragged her. I did a whole story about her and Jason. She didn't like it. That's it. That's all.
I think isn't she a Christian or something?
She a fake Christian. I'm gonna stop. Let me stop.
Oh.
Let me stop.
Ooh.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. I'm done. I can't stand her. I can't. The thing about it, I talked about Jason. She had nothing to do with it, but she tried to talk about me on other platforms, and people send it to me. Girl, please go work for Uber. Go back. I ain't got time. Go send her the clip too. I don't give a damn. Send it to her. Hope she hears all of it. I love my cousin, but she went on mute 100%.
So Dr. Camille comes on. This young lady comes on. Was there anybody else that was from Ready to Love that came on?
There's one more, but I cannot think of her name. I saw her and I know her. She's from Ashley's season.
Yeah.
Who was it?
LJ came for Sharice, and then
yes,
the lady was from their season. I forgot her name.
I cannot think of her name. She's really pretty. She looks exactly the same. She looks gorgeous. I do not know that woman's name, but she was on Ashley's season. So everybody I'm looking forward to seeing that came back. And I'm like I said, I hope Camille does get to stop by here for a moment, because I did ask her to stop by to come on the panel and talk about it. You know, Dr. Camille is going to probably bring it and probably going to ask the most craziest questions. So I'm looking forward to that grilling she's going to give. I feel bad for that person she's going to grill, because it's going to be heavy. You know, she don't play. But other than that, I don't have nothing to say about the show. Who is DJ Stormy?
That wasn't Stormy. What?
Was that Stormy?
I think it was.
Oh, that was Stormy, because he's popular, so that makes sense. They did get DJ Stormy. That'd be smart. What's Boss Lady moving behind the scenes? I see her back there, Stacey. Is this the man with?
I don't know what she's doing.
Okay, so
she changed her hair color. It threw me off. Maybe.
You say is it? Because I thought her hair was blonde.
It could be, because I just remembered her with dark hair.
Me too. The woman had dark hair, and I had a picture of her, but somebody said it was her. I thought I had a picture of it in my phone, but they did say that was her. I took a picture of it because I wanted to ask y'all, was that who she was?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I was used to her with blonde hair, so my bad.
Wait a minute.
Jabari, you need to go watch the show.
What is he asking? Oh, he don't know who I'm talking about.
Jabari, quit faking. You one of them fake people that be acting like you don't know.
Wait a minute. What did somebody say? I am not with. Who said that? Hey, just stop it. Why are y'all into it in the comments? Why my people
so had the faux locks. That's why I didn't notice. And my bad. I think she's gorgeous though.
No, she's talking about get your behind, go sit down somewhere, little mama. She gonna look at the camera.
She doing a catwalk back there.
Carmen, you saw her. She looked right at the camera. I'm like, girl, go sit down somewhere. She's so pretty. No, I do think that is. I'm trying to send my iPad. For some reason, it's not letting me send it. I don't know why, but that's who I think it is. It is. Y'all don't call him that. The Haitian. Stop it.
Jabari, you got a whole week. You'd better go watch some of the show. Stop playing.
You can break it. It was just yesterday.
Because I still can't believe he hadn't seen some of this stuff, like some of the shows I'm talking about. I just like how
he said he only watched his episodes.
Well, I think that's probably good. Cause
but right now he can watch it.
Because I want to see what his exchange was with Bernice Chanel.
What do you mean exchange?
It was Jabari on that date, right? Jabari, that's you on that date coming up next week.
Oh yeah, that was him. So because she chose him, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to see. See, I appreciate that, Jabbar. I want to see what this interaction was like, so that he ain't all
Yeah,
Is
that's
that who
her.
that is? That's
Yep.
her, right?
stormy. That sure is her.
Wow. Oh, lipstick is pretty on her too. Well, they got a good look. I wish they'd have brought my see just because Stacey does commentary, y'all are missing out. She's very biased and she stays her balance is very well. Y'all should have had her come on. I think they missed out on that. I had to say it. I'm sorry. They should have had her come on there. She would have been a great addition. And Carmen would have been too. It's just certain people I think they should have had on the show. No shades, nobody except for Ism. I think they should have had more variety. I can't stand Stacey eyes. I did that on purpose.
Me and Stacey would have went out on a date ourselves. We'd be like, get these
We would
men.
have said, they ain't hitting on shit this week, sis. What you want to do? Wait,
Right?
wait with it.
I can see.
I would have threw some shit. I would have called somebody. I would have called one of my cousins and be like, you know, 2 cute guys that you can throw in the mix real quick. We about to pull up.
Right.
Yeah, she's very bi. Look, okay, so guys, also too, real quick, in my Christmas store in Teespring, make sure you guys go and check out the new things. I already have the holiday and winter stuff in Teespring Commission Reviews. This are the first edition of the cups. We'll have the ornaments with the queen because I am the queen of reality TV, and I made a Christmas tree with different ornaments on it, including the tree topper, which the TV is really cute. So go over to Teespring Commission Reviews and go check out the new Christmas stuff. All right, guys. Anybody got any final words for the end of this so we can, do our thing for this Saturday and come in there Saturday to drag everybody? Because I know I'm dragging this weekend. So get ready to be on mute, Stacey, for a while this weekend. I guess she ain't got nothing to say for the first time ever. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. As usual, good season, good episode. No, she didn't. It's got 60 y'all in the chat. Get the likes up. Please go follow Stacey B's YouTube and go follow Miss Carmen on Instagram. If y'all don't know, Carmen is booked everywhere. Go to her Instagram, where she posts all of her stuff there. So you can follow her. She's always on some TV show. She's always doing something. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all go follow my girls. And with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.